Hello everyone and welcome to a late night edition of the Mac Merlin stream. Tonight we're just doing something pretty chill. Still recovering from COVID. Today even better than Sunday, but still trying to take it easy. So tonight we'll be unboxing some Keychron stuff. Let's see, I see a few people joining in. Comrade Questions and BS Flatline. Thanks guys for joining in so late. On Sunday's stream, I talked about how while I was out of commission, I did get a bunch of stuff sent to me. Fortunately, since I was self-quarantining, I couldn't go out and get them, so I just recently picked up these packages, and they all happen to be Keychron stuff. Not all of them are sponsored by Keychron. Some of them I actually bought myself. But yeah, we'll talk about that as we go through it. We'll start off with the most boring package. I was given the opportunity to review the Keychron Q2, which is a 65% exploded layout. One of my biggest critiques about it was that they changed it from an aluminum plate to a steel plate, which made it feel a little stiffer than what I would like. And for the longest time, I've been trying to grab another plate, just that Keychron shipping is hella expensive. It's like 25 bucks, even if your product is only 10. So I bundled with a bunch of other orders. I picked myself up the aluminum plate. Ooh, look at that. It even comes with gaskets. I was not expecting that. I was expecting it to just be a plate, but yeah. I guess they do expect you to put the gaskets on the plate. Look at that. Very nice. You just got your Q5 and it's such a good value. I just wish I'd picked up a PC or aluminum plate along with it. Not really liking steel on how high pitched it is. Yeah, I was the same way with my Q2 plate. I thought steel was a little bit too high pitched and a little too stiff for me. This one seems fine. It's actually pretty well made. Yeah, I don't know when I'll rebuild that board. Let's see, the next item that I picked up, also with my own money, I actually bundled it with this plate, is a keycap set. Recently, Keychron has been advertising this. I think there's like a $35 set with a good amount of like support on it. This is a PBT Cherry Profile key set. It's 40 bucks, right? Like, I'm not gonna expect GMK quality here. I might not even expect nice PBT quality. Okay, not bad. That's not bad at all. Actually, I can still see some of that shift space T there. But 40 bucks, right? This is a $40 set with huge compatibility. Escape key is all caps, E, S, and C, which is inconsistent with any of their other mods. All of their other mods are all like the first letter is capitalized, everything else is lowercase. This is the only one that's not. Bars for the homing key, so that's good. Double shot PBT, looks very thick, probably 1.5 millimeters. Yeah, that shift space T is present on all of the shift keys. I can see that on the delete key, the line weights are not the same. The D is actually a lot thicker than the EL, ETE, and it looks like they smashed all of the letters together so that it would fit on the keycap. Now, if this was like a $90 set, I'd be more disappointed, but this is a $40 set, guys. Everything is consistent with the $40 quality so far, so I am not disappointed at all. Colored function row as well. And the last piece, a couple more extensions, I guess. You've got a bunch of space bars. Okay, I see warpage on the 6U. It's not bad, but it's noticeable. Let's see, how about the 7U? Yes, there's warpage on the edges. Like, there is definitely warpage, but it's pretty consistent with a lot of PBT sets that I've seen. So, like I said, $40 set. If you guys can get past the legends, then I think this is actually like a pretty good deal. These are the two Keychron stuff that I purchased for myself. These next other Keychron stuff was actually sent to me courtesy of Keychron for future reviews. Obviously, I could not Well, number one, they sent it to me like really late, so by the time I got it, some of the products were already released. And on top of that, I got COVID, so it's not like I could make a review video either. Here, let's start off with the first Keychron keyboard. The Q0. So this is a numpad. No, if you're familiar with their Q1, Q2, Q3 series of boards, it's basically the same thing, but in a numpad form factor. Pretty cool. It's the same type of packaging as well, along with the instruction manual. See, I wonder, does this support rotary encoder? Based on the website, I'm not seeing any rotary support. 79 bucks for a QMK powered VIA enabled numpad with an aluminum case. That's actually really sturdy feeling. I like that. I like that a lot. Sounds pretty darn good too. Wow. Okay. Not bad. How does it compare to something like the KBD Fans one? My wife has the KBD Fans one, and honestly, this feels more robust. Though with the KBD Fans one, that's a soldered only board, so you actually have more layout compatibility. This one's hot swap. So what you see is what you get. Like, I can't make this all 1U. Comes with cable, and it's a USB C to C cable with a C to A converter on top. There you go. Gateron Pro Reds. Yeah, these are double shot as well. Double shot PBTs. OSA, that's what it is. Double shot OSA PBT keycaps. Let's see, what else is this? Oh, feet. We should probably put the feet on. Even have a screwdriver. Oh, interesting. Very cool. Next one is the Q5. This is Keychron's 1800 layout board, as you guys can see. And apparently it's the knob version. Q5. This is probably the largest board that I have that supports QMK. Look at that. More or less the same packaging. Extra feet, extra screws, same type of USB-C cable, extra keys as well. Same type of instruction manual. That is really hefty. That's a good surprise though, you know, because you know that it's not like thin metal. Oh, that's tactile. I think that's a brown switch. Is that a brown switch? Yep, that's a brown switch. You know what? This sounds and feels pretty darn good too. Oh, that spacebar sounds terrible though. Could use some lube. Let's see. If you've seen the Q1, Q2, Q3, this is more or less the same. Look, you've got a Windows and Mac switch button, USB-C port. The Q0 from earlier did not have a Windows or Mac switch. Looks the same as all their other series, which is good because this is a consistent design. The boards sound pretty good for people. They sound pretty good and they also feel pretty good. This is a $185 board for the fully assembled. And if you want the knob, it goes up by $10, $195. You have your choice of carbon, silver, or navy. This one is the carbon, I believe. Yep. And you have your choice between Gateron Pro Red, blue, or brown. This one's the brown. Yeah, I am consistently impressed with the Keychron boards. Like this looks great. Like, I'm already used to their Q series of boards, so I know what the design is supposed to look like. But this just feels like a darn quality board. The only gripe is the misaligned top row because of the knob, but the knob is actually in line with the rest of the top row, you know? But I can see what you mean there. If these three were shifted more to the right, it would look better. But honestly, I don't really mind. I just wish that they would sell like a Southpaw version. Just because I like 1800s, but then again, it's a little too long for me. See, Hello Man says keycap profile. Oh, you mean the OSA profile? This is probably... I've never typed an OSA profile until tonight. So, I don't know really. It doesn't feel bad. Like, it doesn't feel bad like SA to me. And like, SA is a similar high-profile keycap, right? I think I'd be fine with it. It's like for like this board, I'm more bothered that it's a Gateron brown switch rather than the keycap. Yeah, stabilizers are just fine. Nothing to write home about. Could definitely use a little bit more lube. Let's look at this one. I do like this colorway though. This colorway looks pretty neat. Yeah, that stab doesn't seem like it's lubed properly. Could use some lube. A large part of the keyboard community, I'm not talking just about people who buy customs, but people who are interested in mechanical keyboards tend to go for larger boards just because that's what they're used to. People don't like to switch to something smaller because they're not used to it. So having larger boards like this, I think, is a win for the community. Next board that I'm unboxing is another Keychron board, and someone earlier mentioned it already. The Keychron Q6. This is probably one of the few QMK VIA powered full-size boards that you will ever find. Yeah, similar packaging and all that. Oh, looks like it's the same keycaps even. So yeah, same instruction manual, extra parts, extra keycaps, same type of USB-C to C cable with the USB-A adapter. Let's see, I wonder what switches it is. It's probably brown again. No, that's actually linear. Yep, that is linear. Yep! Gateron Pro Reds. Phew, perfect. Wow, this is... I like it. Oh, hold on. It sounds a lot more hollow. I can hear a lot more resonance than the 1800 one, the Q5. But I think that's what happens once you have larger boards. There's a lot more empty space underneath that PCB. So if it's not padded properly, it will resonate more, like what you're hearing here. It's not so noticeable around the alphas, but once you get to the arrow keys and the numpad, that's when you can hear it. See, the G Pros have a ton of lube from the factory. Yeah, I've not been a big fan of the G Pros. I was a big fan of their Phantom switches though. The Phantom switches sounded really nice. And they were only offered on the Q1, but I wish that they would bring it back. Yeah, it's got that same Windows and Mac switch, USB-C port on the left. But yeah, if you've seen the Q1, Q2, and Q3, it's pretty much the same aesthetic. Or, you know, I didn't do a typing test on the other one, but let's do a typing test on this one. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it sounds. Here we go. Yeah, it sounds pretty good, but because of the size of the board, I can definitely hear everything resonating. Like, it wasn't so noticeable on the Q5 or on the Q0. See, this is a Q0. Same switches, same type of keycaps. I don't hear like the plate resonating or the empty cavity resonating, but this one, it's very noticeable. And I think it's mainly because of its sheer size. It's very noticeable as you get closer to the navigation cluster and the numpad. It's very noticeable on the enter key too. Yeah, other than that, it's actually a pretty good sounding board. I know that their newer boards have the force brake mod pre-installed. I think the way to get rid of it would be to put more case foam in it, maybe even tape mod, and probably additional force brake modding as well. Currently, this is one of maybe 2 full-size QMK powered full sizes, so it's kind of like if anyone were to ask me for a recommendation for one, this would be it. But the Q5, Q2, Q1, you know, it's definitely in my list of recommendations. So yeah, I would expect within the next couple months there would be other companies that make full-size competitors that have QMK via aluminum, and maybe very soon we'll even have like Bluetooth ones. See, you love that they're trying new stuff. Yeah, Keychron has not been afraid to try new things, and the even better thing about that is they are doing it correctly, right? They're not just jumping on the bandwagon and putting in hype words into their boards. Like when you say gasket mounted board, they didn't just willy-nilly do it. They actually made it work. It sounded good and it felt good. And they iterated on their design. They didn't just leave it at that. Very frequently, you will get people on the mechanical keyboard Discord asking, what's the difference between Q1, Q2, and Q3? You know, if those were named Q65, Q75, and QTKL, the differences would be a lot more obvious. Yeah, I will be doing reviews of this boards in the near future. We'll see how I like it. But so far, out of the 2 that I've pulled out, I'm gonna say that I like the Q5 better. Full size is really just not for me. But I will say that the Q6 sounded better. Yeah, I said that I would keep this stream short, so thanks everyone for joining in. Tonight we unboxed a bunch of Keychron things. The first 2 were stuff that I bought for myself. First one was a key set for $40. Second was a plate for my Q2, which I'll be rebuilding sometime in the near future. And the next couple ones were the Q0, like what I'm holding here, along with the Q5 and the Q6, which should show up on my YouTube reviews sometime in the near future. Like I said, I just got them, so we'll see how much time I've got. But yeah, if you guys are definitely interested in any of these boards, Keychron does have them right now, so check them out, especially if you've been looking for a full-sized QMK via powered keyboard that's aluminum and sounds good and types good. So definitely check that out when you guys have a chance. Alright guys, thanks for joining in. My next stream will be this Saturday, and I will finally be building my Vega 65. So if you guys want to see if I'll like my Vega 65 or not, tune in Saturday, 1:30 p.m. PDT. Alright guys, have a good rest of your week. Catch you when I catch you. Goodbye everyone.